Yeah. Okay. You see, I'm getting myself together. hmm Well. Welcome back to uh Commission Reviews, and we're talking about Ready to Love. Uh-oh. We are going to start out by talking about the beginning before we get to flies. Okay. Anyway, we get to see Joelle and Vernisha go on this breakfast date. That's that Southern charm right there. Like in Louisiana, making breakfast for a date is just like, look, we do shrimp and grits, okay, with red gravy. So yeah, that's the thing. Um, I thought it was cute how he had it set up. Look, let me tell you about that hug though. I've been like, can we just close the door and just act like the camera's not even in here? Cause that embrace was everything to me. It was. And so anyway, it was a very good conversation over breakfast. Speak especially about talking about the kids and his family and the loss that he's experienced, and for all the things that he has been through. He's very, I don't know, ready to take life on, ready to find love again, and it's got to be hard. So to see this blossoming romance is it's nice, because we get into the part of the show where we're seeing people breaking off, seeing some connections, okay, and this is a part of the season that I do enjoy because I get to see, um, you know, the dates, seeing okay who's feeling who, just like Liz and David, which I've already told you with their connection. Um, he got pretty deep on her. He really did. Hold on, let's talk about Nephew Tom in his purple suit. Can I say he was wearing that suit? I was like, okay, Nephew Tom with that purple suit. He was telling the ladies, look, y'all need to, branch out, try, different things, get to know people, and just. So, for instance, you have like Liz on this date with AJ. Liz looked really pretty when she had her hair pulled back and then little curls on the side. I was like, oh my God, Liz is a really beautiful woman. Okay. And I love because they're all shapes and sizes. She's tall, stallion. And she goes on a date with AJ, and I just didn't. Okay, let me change that. I saw the connection with AJ, but I wasn't for sure if I saw the connection with Liz. She seemed like she was feeling him, but it was almost like in the back of my mind she was like David, in my opinion, because they went on that double date. It was with Alexis, and I believe it was Jason, and they were, I love dates where you're being like out there playing games and being like young and all that. It's fun. You get to compete. You're just a different person when you're playing like dodgeball or y'all laughing and giggling. It just, and AJ in that beard, y'all. It's something about that beard that does something. everybody, I know Liz had the purple dress on. I know that, oh my God, the queen, the fly, I call it, like, you know how, you know, if you from Houston, you know, by Mike Jones, okay? Who? I say Fly Jones. Okay. Anyway, I'm so goofy. She had these beautiful purple on. I was like, cause I know lupus represents the color, and so does Alzheimer's. I didn't know what, there was something going on at the time, but they had these gorgeous dark colors, and it was purple. And I was like, ooh, it was sending me. I loved it. It was a beautiful color. So I like how they had the ladies have their turn. They are in power, right? And how they are getting together. Now, speaking of Miss Alexis Fly, when she came walking through with that, I think it was a blue dress, not turquoise, but very, very, a very, very pretty blue color. And she's, you know, going to meet Troy. Now, some people was like, well, you be coming at Troy. I don't come at Troy. Like I said, I'm a blogger, and I just go by what I see. That's it. So anyway, she goes to see Troy. And he was like, am I in trouble? The thing about, like, Alexis, let me tell you something. He said, am I in trouble? And she said, yes. I was like, look, I'm not going to play with you. Yes, you are. You messed up. So she pretty much is telling him, you know, if somebody wants to talk to me and get to know me, you know, and you know, whatever, don't be saying that, you know, I got to hear from other people that you offered to go take me on a trip for my birthday, but when I said that to the ladies, you said, oh, he told me the same thing. 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 Not only that, now, I have to give a correction. Somebody said Morris Chestnut. Was that Lexus? It's not Morris Chestnut. It's Taye Diggs. It's one of my favorite movies when in my 20s. I remember I got the movie for my birthday. You know, back then everybody got like a nice little DVD. It was one of my favorite movies. Best Man, Taye Diggs. He played the best man. They played football together, but come to find out, he had sex one time with the woman he ended up marrying, and she was such a good at two shoes, and he was like this, football player that's out there bad, and he got all in a tizzy when he found out. And the reason how he found out and figured it out when he wrote his book, he said, I gave her the forehead kiss, and that's what he was known for. So anyway, she was like, because Alexis was giving it to him, and she was giving it to him right. She was like, so I also found out that you giving everybody the forehead kiss and everything. And he was like, wait, what? She said, you just gave me a kiss just now. Like, do you have selective memory? Do you not remember you just gave me a kiss? He was like, I don't remember that. I was like, Troy, are you serious? I was like, where is the replay? I said, this man is believing his own juice that he really believed that he didn't give her the kiss. So anyway, she was telling him what it was, and he was like, it's not true, and all this, that, and she was like, I don't believe you. He was like, well, it is what it is. I was like, child, let me tell you, poor little Troy. I had a feeling that the forehead kisses, and when I first saw him, I kept telling you guys, well, and I even said this on the interview, okay, when me and Ira was talking, I said, he made me feel like he wanted to tell somebody, I want to sop you up with a biscuit. Got the keys jingling in the van outside. Come on, baby, I got some change in my pocket. But anyway, she said that's that pool hall. That's that pool hall lingo. It's a hole in the wall. Hey, okay. Somebody got some cold Hennessy with some water down with some. I'm sorry. Your cold Hennessy is watered down. Okay, the ice is melted, and you just sipping on it, hot and sweaty. Okay. Oh, we'll get back to Troy in a moment. Let me say something about Ron. When Ron came walking down, there's a chrysanthemum with that light purple or lilac, or I don't know if it's kind of a blue purple. When he came walking down with her, I was like, Ron then just turned the corner for me. Hey. I was like, I don't know what it was when he came walking down with Chrysanthemum down the street. They had that, the slow-mo walk or whatever. I don't know what it was, but he was looking really good. I was like, oh. So when she said it, I was like, looking down. I looked up. I said, oh, what happened? Maybe because you got to see him with the shirt. Got the nice cut. Shirt ain't too tight. Seeing the build, the muscle. I don't know. Anyway. And she was looking so cute. I love when they change. Because when you first see him for the first time, you have that one look. But then when you see him in their element, just casual. She's a beautiful woman as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's like every color, shape on this season. Excuse me. I can't talk. Because all you see at first is that Ron, that blue suit on. But when Ron come out with that purple shirt, walking and they going to the little candy or the ice cream or the whatever the little shop they're at, I was like, So he had her blushing. They really were having like this. It was like a date that. I don't know. I can't really explain it. And also, too, she looks so cute with her hair all. Okay, so I want to talk about Miss Listen Linda. Miss Liz. These women are beautiful. I like when they change. You see them in the confessional and they're talking. I'm like, they're so pretty. So when she goes on her date with David, it's almost like Liz and David have been dating for like a long time. It's a very natural to me. Now, I don't, like I told you guys, I'm being very careful the words that I choose with these two, because I do not want to be like I did last, like, they're my favorite couple. I love them. And then you hear this kaboom. I'm like, ooh. So now I'm just like, okay. I do think that something is happening. And I am excited to see what happens. And it seemed very sad when he spoke about his past relationships. He was very forthcoming about that. Like, very emotional even, that his wife left him after a year. I mean, it's devastating. I think any time your spouse or significant, your boyfriend or whoever, girlfriend would leave you, but that seemed like it crushed him, and it seemed like it was hard for him to come back from. Okay, it was just sad. And to hear how they both were like, almost like, they both, I'm not gonna say they were preachers' kids, but it's just a easy phrase to just, the term to use, that they grew up in religious households. Like you said, his mom would answer the phone, praise the Lord, and just talking about the environment, how he got, and he still seems very close to the vest, God-fearing, Christian young man. And it sounds like he had to go through some things, because I guess at one point in time he kind of walked away and then came back. It happens to many of us in our life. And she just spoke about her being abstinent. Now, when she spoke about being abstinent with AJ, was like, well, I feel like that, you have to, you bond emotionally and you to be attracted to each other. You have to figure things out and everything to pretty much say he ain't down if she gonna want to wait. Let's be real. Let's be real with this, okay? He's like, I can't do it. I thought that Miss Amber and KG Smooth was super cute. I don't know. I think she's cute anyway. She's cute as a button to me. And like I told you guys, she's like, there was a girl in my high school that was like really short. She was a cheerleader. And they called her like shorty or something like that. And that girl was like a Tasmanian devil son. Like, she if you mess with her, like, you think, that was always a mistake. So When I see her, they said she's a DEA, and she tells a backstory about how she was adopted. I was like, wow, and how she met her, I think her sibling, her sister recently, and then how he spoke about how he met her sibling recently. It's just they really were bonding with each other, and it was nice to see the two of them. KJ, anyway, people are rooting, but this seems, you know what? I'm even scared to say it seems natural. I don't know. It was refreshing to see, especially for him. I guess I could say it like that. To see him having an interest in somebody. And yes, he had an interest in somebody last year, but we're moving on. We're moving on. Okay, we're moving on. Stacy and David went out, and that date was a trip because Stacy is her personality. Her personality is very infectious, and she's straight up as well. And so I think her and David were vibing, except for when she called him old. I was like, did she just call him old? No, it was funny. But when they were speaking and he was saying things like, hey, I want to have your combination. You have my combination. We know everything. I was like, no, it's a no for me. She was immediately like, no. She was saying to her, it seemed like when I say privacy, you equate a person is hiding something. Now, of course, he looked at the conversation differently, but in my opinion, it did kind of seem like David was like, I'm not gonna say he thinks, well, I did kind of feel like that a little bit, but at the same time, I think he looking at like, I'm your man and I'm open and you can have my passcode unless I'm not hiding anything. I'm not sure if his past loves if cheating was involved. The way he was acting, I was wondering was cheating involved with this situation because of the way he reacted when she said, no, I'm not gonna. I don't want to know anybody's Instagram password. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know all that either. Why would I want to know all your information? That's crazy. So, they had this boxing date as far as Amber. I was going to talk about, and I like how because I like how KG smooth. He's a radio, so his voice is very smooth. So he's announcing her, Amber, she's coming in, and she's just playing it. And I thought it was their date was cute. It was boxing, and she was. And I said because the punch he was, and I was like, ooh. He say she passed the punch. She almost knocked me down. Let's see. Who date was that with the game board? Who was that? Was that Chris? I just freaking saw it. That's really the connection that I actually saw to me. That was more of a genuine. Was honestly, listen, Linda. I feel like that was more of a connection. That's where I still see out of everybody the connection. I have not seen, and I'm sorry, I forgot about Joelle and Bernicia. I do see a genuine connection there as well. But what I am worried about, and because you see previews, I did see the preview where she was, saying stuff like, because we do know that I do believe that he's also interested in Amber. Now, in this episode, we did not see. Yes, not only was Alexis wearing this purple, Liz came in with this purple skirt that was like gorgeous. So when they came to the dinner, and then even no, some had pink, some had I think Stacey had like a mauve. They all had different colors on, but the dates really was, like I said, Stacey, Chrysanthemum, Liz, and Alexis coming in, kind of confronting Troy. It really wasn't showing, and Vernicia, the other ladies, dating. But in this instance, they were, of course, having to make that decision as they do every week. And when, Tommy was talking to the ladies about, who you guys are feeling, who you liking, and Chrysanthemum was over there cheesing because of Ron. She said Ron to mood on up. Okay, she said he snuck up on her, pretty much what she said. And some people weren't feeling AJ, especially Stacey. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Was that Stacey who said that? No, Stacey said David. Excuse me. Stacey said David. I think Kyra said she wasn't. Well, that was not actually. It was a few that was feeling AJ, and unfortunately I told you guys AJ was going to be on the chopping block anyway because he needs to come out of this. I don't know. I think David, because of the statement he made, see each person, like each group, like the men or the women, the things you do on a date, to me, is almost like it sometimes can seal your fate with the other ladies or gents. If one of the guys goes out on a date and something crazy happens, and they go back and they tell the guys what happened, and when the ladies do too, or if they match up, like for instance, Troy, when they were speaking and talking about the men they weren't feeling, the reason why Troy's name came up because Troy was putting his hand in so many pots and telling the same honey, the same tea. The lady was like, "Oh, he told you that? Oh, okay, well, he told me that too. He told you the same thing, girl." So he literally, to me, was number one. David, I feel like the only reason why, because at this point they're liking the guy, so they're like almost like a nitpicking, or if you become a superstar, like to me, like Ron did. He kind of came up, he showed a different side of himself. He took one of the ladies out, and she went back cheesing. Look, if you have those type of days where you have the girls swooning, do you think that you go back and tell the other ladies that they're gonna be like, "Ooh, he did that"? And we know what that means. Like, "Oh, I wanna yeah, we're gonna keep him this week, girl. I think I'm gonna try to talk to him." So do you see what I'm saying? If you coming back to the group and like, "What happened, girl? Oh, he trash." Not saying that everybody gonna just all of a sudden fall in line to what each person brings to the group, but if more than one person is saying the same thing, yeah, that's not good. Okay. In my opinion, the way Ron kind of came through, the way he did it, I thought it was like not smooth operating. I know I make a joke when I say that. Stacey was the only one with that record when she's moved over when they were cooking. But the reason why I say Ron did what he needed to do, because he took one woman out on a date, and it may not have been some 5-star restaurant, but it was like a date, and it was a good date. So when Stacey goes back and tells them about David wanting all of your Instagram to counter mention, telling a woman like that at a group table where everyone has an Instagram or a Facebook or whatever, they was like, no. But like Tommy said too, that David doing that, he's bringing his negativity that he had in his last relationship over to his new relationship, which I actually understand that. I get that. And at the end of the day, they think David actually is a good dude, but that they feel like he may or may not be ready. He may not be ready for love because he's still holding on to the past. But Liz is like, ding, 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 that's my man. And I think that she wants to fight to keep David here. Vanisha say, I think for her, AJ is a no for her. She's not. And then, of course, she said Troy is a no. And see, for Alexis sitting there listening to Kyra and everybody else talking about the kiss and all that stuff, they all say they're not feeling Troy. And I think that he might have had a win with Alexis, to be honest. I feel like he messed up. He was doing too much. He would have had a win with either Alexis or if Andrea would have stayed. He had that. But he kept, I told you, he kept putting his hands in the cookie jar, and it was too much happening. I'm just being honest. And so that, to me, that decision was easy because I think some of the women was already peeping game and was not feeling them. A lot of women are feeling Joelle. They all kind of collectively said it's the baby and all the different things. So I told you guys in the beginning, if you go to my first review, I said he's going to be the sugar cookie that they're going to fight over. So get ready for that. So Liz is a little worried because the two candidates, the strong candidates is on the chopping block is David and Troy. So when they Stacy sits down with David. But when she does, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I might have had that wrong. Wait a minute. Is it Stacy? Did she sit with David or does she sit with Troy? I believe she sit with Troy because I remember at one point in time Stacy was trying to tell him, the lady said that you do the kiss on the forehead and you talk about the dates. The trips. He was like, well, I gotta explain this again. I remember Stacy was like, now look, I don't know. I'm just going by what I heard. I'm just telling you. He kind of got a little attitude with it because he I guess tired of saying this and saying that, but then okay. So with David, letting David know about how the password thing and opening up and being closed off and making the ladies feel like you're not ready to love, they just told him the things that he needs to do, to continue on in this. And as they each tell each person, and Troy he had a little chip on his shoulder already, they ended up telling Troy that unfortunately to the ladies, he is not ready to love. So he said he learned from this experience, probably do things differently in the future. And it's probably true to a point. Everyone, something happens, they take it. It's a lesson learned. I don't know if he'll actually take it as that because he did say that women didn't flinch. They must have liked it. I was like, no. When he said that, I was like, look, child, let me tell you something. Get your keys and your van. Let me stop. Actually, Troy does have swag. So to me, I feel like he could have been a big contender if he hadn't turned the charm on so many. I'm telling you, he had it. And I'm telling you, Alexis was one of them. I do feel like that if he would have nurtured that relationship instead of pouring water on different spots that he had the seeds. Anyway, well, that's going to be Troy. We will see you at the reunion. Now, as for the flies, they're going to go with you. But if anybody else acts up, we might leave the fly for you. We might just leave the fly for you, okay? But Troy does have that swag. Troy had that voice. He had the look. He had it. Okay? Yes, I was right. Stacy was the one that told Troy that he was not ready to love, and he gave her like some attitude. At first, he was like, "Oh, I'm going out with Stacy and getting to know somebody else." I was like, "How does that work?" So they ask you out, and you don't even know they're asking you out to let you go. I thought about it after I saw it. I was like, I realized every time they do believe they're going on a date, and they're literally getting fired. And I'm like, ugh. David, to me, I want to see something happen with him. It was a hard tugger. I felt like when he was sitting there talking to Liz. Okay, okay. They had little Miss Amber talk to David, and she really had a good convo with him. She was telling him like literally what was going on, and I love how he kind of quickly recovered, and he was like, that's not really how it meant exactly. But Liz was immediately to say, I don't have an issue with that. When you are married, you're supposed to be open anyway. So anyway, I think I have covered the entire review. I thought that I was going to drag the mwah, 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 mwah. I'm done. All right, guys, that was my Ready to Love review. Bye, Troy. All right, guys, that is it. Oh yeah, that was them playing the game. That was Chrysanthemum and I'm looking right at it, and Ron. All right, guys, that's all I got for you guys. Until next time, bye.